So we've brought in controls and the NGS data sheets. We brought in our project. We brought in the street map data. But I'd like to see now, especially with this project, Robert, is some aerial photo or topographic data.
Right.
That's key, I think, in this day and age. Clients want to see aerial photos. Project managers want to see aerial photos. If you're working for a city or a county municipality, they want to see aerial photos with maybe a development you're working on. So right now,
the availability of this data is incredible now, and even though in step 4 we show us again.
We're going to go ahead and first of all, I'm going to add an aerial photo from our server, Robert.
Okay.
I'm going to demonstrate another way of bringing in some aerial photos. I'm going to click the Add Data again, and right here, at this point, Robert, I'm going to kind of go into a little discussion real quick on mapping a drive. So connecting to a folder.
Right.
If your folder or your drive is not showing up here, you can click this Connect to Folder.
Yes.
And you can see I've already connected to several folders here.
Yes.
Several drives or folders. You can hit that Connect to Folder, and it's going to bring up like a little browser here. I'm going to go ahead and go to this. Where's my iDrive? There's my iDrive. I'm going to expand my iDrive. Those are the 04 aerials that have the 48 prefix there. And I'm going to go ahead and map this NAIP 08. I know those are my 08 aerial photos. I just went ahead and highlighted it. And I'm going to click OK. And now it's actually one of my drives that I can go directly to and pick data. And now I'm going to scroll down. Go to Nueces. I know we're in Nueces County. Double click there. And just click one time on there. If I double click, it's going to expand it. That's not what we want. Just click one time on there. Click Add. And add some aerial imagery, but it doesn't show up. We have to turn off some of this background data or make it transparent. I'm going to turn a few of these off till we can actually see the. There it is. And you can see our landmarks, our schools, they're polygon layers, so we can't see through them. I'm going to go ahead and just zoom in right now. Using the zoom tool. You can see that the centerline data fits fairly well with the aerial photo. And our project data is right in here, and this is exactly where we were working. So now we've got some of our project data. We've got a center line and we got an aerial photo.
Yes.
Adds a lot to the project. You can see there's not a new area. There's some big trees already. It's a part of town that it's not the oldest part of town, but it's not the newest part of town.
Correct.
And it's close to the office. We know exactly where this is, and we know that our data is actually fitting really well with this aerial photo. Like this is an 08 aerial photo. In the past, we had 04 aerial photos. We can, go all the way back to about 95 and pull aerial photos that we've been able to download or purchase. Using the same area, Rob, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off.
Okay.
And I'm going to add an aerial photo from the internet. And if you didn't have access or weren't sure where to get some of this information, pretty easily, if you have an internet connection with ArcView, you can go to this file, add data from ArcGIS Online. And it's going to pull up a little browser here. It's going to go straight to their website. And now you're right at layers. And there's world imagery, topographic maps. I'm going to go ahead and stick here. There's actually a newer site, the ArcGIS Online site, Robert. And it's very similar to this. It's got maybe some newer layers. It's got a little different look to it. I can click on it. We can go to it real quick. Said it's got a little different look. Does about the same thing. It just has just a little more information here. For these purposes, I'm just going to close this out and use this ArcGIS Resource Center and demonstrate how to bring in some imagery from the internet.
Okay.
I'm just going to click right on that picture.
Little thumbnail, yeah.
Little thumbnail, and just wants me to open it or save it. I'm going to open it.
While he's downloading that, as long as you keep your maintenance for your software paid current, you have access to all these online resources at ESRI. most of them are free. There are some for pay, but most of them that we use, most all of them we use are free.
Exactly. And it's redrawing now. You see the screen maybe went blank. It's still thinking. Here it is. And that is a different image.
Wow.
You can see it's a little, resolution's a little different. It's still a true color. I'm not sure what epoch in time this is. Let me go out just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn the street map data off. So we can kind of compare the images. Yeah, we got the world imagery there. I can turn our other one on from our server. And you can see it looks very similar, a little bit different color scheme. Many of these aerial photos are captured by different companies, different processing methods.
Right.
But bottom line is there's data out there. You can download it or you can stream it straight from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need a topographic map, many in the past we used to download them, Robert.
Oh yeah. Or buy them.
Or buy them. Just as we brought this world imagery in, we can actually do the same thing with the topographic map. My little browser is still available. It doesn't close, so I can go back to it and click this US topo map. Click open. I'll just minimize it. I'm just minimizing this. You can leave it open, that way if you need another layer, you can go right back and
just the whole time while you're inside of ArcMap. You don't have to exit.
And there's our
there's topo data.
And I'm going to go ahead and maybe go out to about 100,000 here, just so we can kind of look at it.
Yeah.
And there it is. I can come higher. There's the airport.
All right.
US seamless topo map, Robert, covers
Right.
the entire United States. It's great. Resolution's great. You can print maps with it. If I turn the street map data on, you'll see the roads will fit fairly well with it.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the highways right on top of the center lines of the topo map. So we brought in aerials and topos, Robert. Like I said, there's many ways of bringing this in. It actually has a Cabinets airfield here as a polygon. I'm going to go ahead and turn these off. I'm going to leave them in the project, but I'm going to turn them off. And then, you know, we brought all this data in: aerials, topos, center lines, project data. We hit Zoom last year a couple of times to get us back to our project.
Yeah, you know, the biggest challenge, or not really challenge, but a point of discussion that will come up with many land surveyors is that we survey on the surface, and we've been surveying on the surface. And the concept of going to grid coordinates, if we didn't have GPS technology, it would be, you know, with computers and calculators and handheld data collectors, we can do the computations to get to grid, but it's just not that hard to work on grid coordinates and project them to surface when you're putting out a map for a client that wants to know surface distances and all those kind of things. But GIS data is always going to be on grid. And in order to tap into this resource, all we have to do as surveyors is put our projects on grid coordinates. And by doing that, we're able to really tap into this powerful, you know, the real power of GIS, which is enhancing the cartographic features of a map and creating the ability to ask questions and query your map and your databases so that you can actually manage your business much more effectively.
Exactly. Well, we've been working. This is called a data frame, Robert.
Okay.
We've been working in the data frame, but what do we want to print a map? Well, you can print this map window right here, but it doesn't do a whole lot for it. We need a north arrow, and we need some of that kind of stuff, a scale bar.
It'd be nice, right? And maybe a disclaimer, maybe.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is go to this layout right here. There's a button, data view, layout view, and you can also go up here to view. There's data view and layout view. I'm going to click layout view, and it takes me to a view that looks like a sheet. Now you can see